Good morning, students. Myself Baljeet Singh welcomes you in your computer class. I hope you all are fit and fine and taking precautions to keep yourself safe during this pandemic. Last week we started our next topic list, and today we will see how we can apply different operations on list. Here our first operation on list is slicing the list. So slicing the list means taking some part of the list, or we can say extracting some part from the given list. So here is the syntax. Suppose we have a list L and we want to extract some part of this list by specifying these indexes. So this is the start index from where we start our slicing, and this is the last index of the slicing. So this index will vary from start plus 1, and it will go up to stop minus 1. So whatever we get with this slicing, that value will be assigned to this new list, SEQ, sequence. So now we will see with the help of example. Suppose we have the list having element 10, 20, 30, 40 up to 80, and their indexes are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to 7. Because we have 8 elements, therefore its index will vary from 0 to 7. These are our positive index. And if we want to traverse the same list with a negative index, then its negative index will be -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, 6, 7 up to 8. Now, here is our slicing syntax: list 3 colon -3. Therefore, we will take a part of this list which will start from the index 3. Now, the value at index 3 is 40. Therefore, we have 40 in our slicing, and it will take the value from 3 to -3. -3 is the negative index. Therefore, -1, -2, -3, and index is stop -1. It means -3 -1 -4. Therefore, we will take the values from the positive index 3 to negative index -4. So positive index 3 we have 40, and minus negative index is up to -4. So we will take only this part of the list. So when we try to print this list, we will get this as our answer. Next we have joining lists. Joining list means addition of the list. For this we use plus symbol. Now see, here we have the list 1 having element 1, 2 and 3, and list 2 is equal to 4, 5 and 6. Now here we added the two lists, list 1 plus list 2, and we are assigning this result to the third list, list 3. So when we will print this list, we will get the result, a combined result. We will get 1, 2, 3 plus 4, 5, 6. So here we join the two lists, list 1 and list 2, and we are getting a new list, list 3, having the elements of both the list 1 and list 2. Now we have replicating list. Replicating list means repeating the list. So to replicate a list, we use this star symbol. Suppose we have a list having element 1, 2, 3, and here we have written list star 3. It means we are going to repeat the list thrice. So when we try to print this list, we will get the result 1 2 3, again 1 2 3, and again 1 2 3. It means we can repeat the list by any specified number of times. Next we have list functions and methods. Methods and functions are one and the same thing. These are the inbuilt functions which are used for the manipulation of the list. We already have done one such function, which is length function. We have done this function length to find the length of the given list. Similarly, we have the other functions which we are going to discuss one by one. Here, first of all, we have the index method. Index method returns the index of the element, means it returns us the position of the element in the list. So here is the syntax of the index method. First of all, we will write the list object. List object is our name of the list. After that, dot, and here we will write the name of the method. For example, here we are doing index method, and here we will write the number or the element whose index we want to get. Suppose we have the list 1, 2, and 3, and here we have written list dot index 2. It means we are going to find the index of this element 2. So this element is on the first index, because 1 is at the 0, 2 is at the 1 index. So here we will get the result 1. Next we have the append method. Append method is used to add a new element in the given list. Suppose we have the list colors is equal to having only two elements, red and black, and we have written colors dot append, and we have written here in the parenthesis yellow, and when we will print this color, we will get this value in the list. Before this append function, we had only two values, red and black, and after the append method, this values is added to this list colors, and here we have the third value as yellow. Next we have the extend method. Extend method is also used to add elements in the list, but it's different from the append method is that in append method we can add only one element at a time, but here in extend method we can add multiple values at the same time. Suppose we have the list 1 2 3, and here we have another list named list 1 having element 4 and 5. Here list dot extend list 1. It means here we are going to extend this list by list 1. So when we will print this list, we will get result 1 2 3 4 5. These both elements are added in one go. Also, the append method does not return any value, does not return anything. It means we cannot assign this statement to a list. The list will remain the same. We cannot assign this statement to a list. This is also does not return anything. Insert method. With the help of insert method, we can add any element at any position. Earlier, in case of the append and the extend method, we can insert element only at the end of the list. But with the help of the insert method, we can insert any element at any position. Suppose we have the list having element 1, 3 and 4, and here we want to insert the element 2 because the second argument is our item which we want to insert. So element is 2 and we want to insert this element at position 1. Earlier we have at position 1 we have the element 3, but we want to insert the element 2 at position 1. So here we get the result at position 1 the element 2 get inserted. And next we have the pop method. Pop method is used to delete any element. So here we need to specify the index from which we want to delete our element. Here I have written list dot pop 1. It means I want to delete the element which is at index 1. At index I have value 2. So here the element 2 has been deleted because I have only 1, 3 and 4, and at index 1 I had 2. Now it had been deleted. Next I have a remove method. So if I don't know the index of the item to be deleted, then it is not possible to delete that element with the help of the pop method. So here we can delete the element without specifying its index. We can delete the element by its value. So here list1 list dot remove. Here we have specified the value instead of its index. So from this the value 3 get deleted and we have the list having element only 1 and 4. Next we have the clear method. Clear method is used to delete all the elements of the list. So after the clear method the list become our empty list. Count method. Count method is used to find the occurrences of the element, means how many times a element is present in the list. For example, if we have this list and we have written L1 dot count and here we have written 18, it means the count function will calculate how many times this element 18 is present in the list. So here 18 comes twice. So our answer will be 2. If the element is not present in the list, then count method will give us 0. Because the element is not in the list, then it will give us the result 0. Next we have the reverse method. Reverse method is used to reverse the entire string. Suppose if we have the list of vowels A, E, I, O, U, and after applying the reverse method we will get the result in reverse order. Here we have U, O, I, E and A. Next we have the sort method. Sort method is used to arrange the elements of the list in ascending order or descending order. By default, the sort method sort the elements in ascending order. Here in the previous example, we had elements in list 1, U, O, I, E and A. And after applying the sort method, we will get the result in ascending order A, E, I, O, U. However, if we want our result in the descending order, then here we will write reverse is equal to true. By writing in the parenthesis reverse is equal to true, we will get the result in descending order. Now we will going to discuss a program which is to find the minimum element from the list. Here we are asking the list from the user and user will enter the list through keyboard, and here we have calculated the length of the list. For example, if we have entered only 4 elements 10, 5 and 3 and 9, it means the length of the list will be 4. And here we are going to calculate the minimum element of the list, and we have assumed that the element which is at the index 0, the element which is at the 0 index is the minimum element of the list. This we have assumed, and index is 0. Now we will compare this element which is at the 0 index with the rest of the element to find the minimum element from the list. For this we need for loop for I in range 1 comma length. So this we have assumed that this is our minimum element of the list, and now our comparison will start from the index 1. Therefore we have started our loop from the index 1 and it will go up to length. We know that when we write any range in for loop, then it will take the values up to length minus 1. So length is 4, therefore this range will be from 1 to 3. Now here, if the element of the list which is at index 1, because for the first time of the loop the value of I will be 1, therefore if the element of the list which is at index 1 is less than our assumed minimum element, which we have assumed that element at index 0 which is 10, if the element at index 1 is less than our assumed minimum element 10, then our this element at index 1 will become our new minimum element and our new index will be I. In this way we will compare this value with the rest of the values of the list, and the end we will find our minimum value from the list. And in the output we will get, first of all we will enter the list, and after that given list is list, our list will get printed, and minimum element from this variable we will get the value of our minimum element which is 3 is at index, and here we have the index, minimum index, which will be 2 in this case. Students, I hope now you have learned the various inbuilt functions which are used to manipulate the list. If you still have any query, you can contact me. Go through the PDF and solve the assignment. Thank you very much.